Welcome to my YouTube channel, World War I. The war that changed the world forever. A global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1918 and involved over 30 countries. It reshaped borders, economies, and societies in ways never imagined. But how did it all begin? What were the causes, the key battles, and the aftermath of this monumental event? In the next 10 minutes, let's break down the story of World War I. It all started in Europe, in a time of rising tensions. By 1914, Europe was divided into two main alliance systems. On one side, you had the Triple Alliance consisting of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. On the other, the Triple Entente, which included France, Russia, and Great Britain. These alliances were meant to keep peace, but in reality, they created a delicate balance, one that could collapse at any moment. On June 28, 1914, that moment arrived. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife Sophie were assassinated in Sarajevo by a Serbian nationalist. This was the spark that ignited the powder keg of Europe. Austria-Hungary, blaming Serbia for the assassination, declared war on Serbia. But because of the complex web of alliances, the conflict quickly spread. Russia mobilized in defense of Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia, then on France. When German troops marched through Belgium to get to France, Britain declared war on Germany. And just like that, what started as a regional dispute turned into a world war. The war became a brutal stalemate, particularly on the Western Front. Soldiers found themselves trapped in miles of trenches, facing deadly machine gun fire, poisonous gas, and constant artillery bombardment. The conditions were horrendous. Many soldiers didn't survive the mud, disease, or the constant fear of death. One of the most infamous battles was the Battle of the Somme in 1916. Over 1 million men were killed or wounded, making it one of the bloodiest battles in human history. The battle was meant to break the deadlock, but the cost in human lives was astronomical and little ground was gained. On the other side of the world, new technology also played a major role. World War I saw the first widespread use of tanks and airplanes in combat. The skies above Europe were filled with dogfights between rival pilots, like the legendary Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen, whose daring exploits became famous. But it wasn't just bullets and bombs. The war introduced chemical warfare, most notably mustard gas, a terrifying new weapon that could cause severe burns, blindness, and even death. The very air itself became a battlefield. Meanwhile, on the Eastern Front, Russia was struggling. The Russian Empire, under Tsar Nicholas II, was facing internal unrest. In 1917, the Russian Revolution erupted, and soon after, Russia withdrew from the war. This left Germany with more resources to focus on the Western Front, but it wasn't enough to secure victory. Enter the United States. Initially neutral, the U.S. was drawn into the conflict in 1917 after Germany resumed unrestricted submarine warfare, attacking American ships. The arrival of fresh American troops and supplies gave the Entente powers the edge they needed. In November 1918, after 4 years of brutal fighting, Germany finally agreed to an armistice. The war was over, but the cost was staggering. Over 16 million people, soldiers and civilians alike, died. Entire cities were destroyed, and the world would never be the same. After the war, the Treaty of Versailles was signed in 1919. It officially ended the war but also placed heavy reparations on Germany, creating resentment and economic hardship. The seeds for future conflict were sown. But that's a story for another time. World War I was a devastating chapter in human history. It brought about profound changes, political, social, and technological. It set the stage for the 20th century, a century that would be marked by even more conflict, but also progress and peace. As we remember those who fought and sacrificed, we are reminded of the price of war and the importance of striving for peace. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more history videos. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to learn more about any specific battles or figures from World War I. Thanks for watching.